Hi, we're the Mouse Couple.
And earlier this month, we just had a preview of the new Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride at Epcot.
So, let's talk about that.
So first things first, obviously this is not part of our honeymoon, so those videos will resume next week. But figure we throw this in here since the new ride opens up this coming Friday when this gets posted on May 27th. So coming up very, very soon. And just a little warning, from this point forward, there will be spoilers for the ride. So if you want to avoid spoilers, this is probably not the video for you. So without further ado, here is a look at the full queue, the 2 pre-shows, and the on-ride footage, although that might be a little shaky, but still a lot of fun, so enjoy.
I am WorldMind, the Xandarian supercomputer. My purpose is to preserve the knowledge and history of Xandar. Your scholar, Peter Quill, has been teaching me about your world. He has suggested that if I want to start my journey of understanding the complex and intricate Terran mind, I should look no further than the sage words of a great Terran classic, hooked on a feeling.
What I'm feeling?
I still do not fully comprehend its meaning, but Peter assured me that its words are deep and that Terrans enjoy
Music that moves your soul.
Understanding you Terrans is just one of the reasons we are here today at Epcot. We hope we may learn from each other and dedicate ourselves to promoting peace through understanding.
More about how Terra was chosen for this Wonders of Xandar tour.
Well, that was totally my idea. And Epcot, too, because I love that place. It's awesome. I went there as a kid, and I cannot wait to get to go back and ride Horizons. I also want to see the energy, dinosaurs, and, of course, hear the veggie fruit food. It's the best.
Okay, well, I'm sure it will be wonderful for you to relive all of those memories again.
Greetings, Terrans. I am Nova Prime Irani Rayan, Commander of the Nova Corps. On behalf of all Xandarians, I hope you have enjoyed exploring the wonders of Xandar. As you have seen, your world and ours were born at the same moment, one which you refer to as the Big Bang. As such, we are all galactic neighbors in a vast universe which we and countless others share. For you to travel to Xandar would take 2.5 million years, assuming you had a ship that could fly at the speed of light. So we decided to come to you. But even we could not have reached you so easily were it not for the Cosmic Generator, an advanced piece of Xandarian technology that creates jump points, artificial tunnels that act as shortcuts, linking distant points in space. It is our desire to share this wondrous technology with your people so that together we might explore new worlds and create a brighter tomorrow. And now, as the culmination of the wonders of Xandar, you will be teleported to a Nova ship above your planet for a demonstration of the cosmic generator. I trust you will find it an unforgettable experience.
Welcome, people of Epcot. Epcoters. Epcotians. Citizens of Epcot. Does anyone know what they call themselves? What? I'm on? Someone needs to tell me what I'm on. Welcome, Epcot-tarians. I am Centurion Talmeric, and we're just about ready to teleport you up to the ship for the demonstration. As you're about to enter a secure Nova area. Now, please step forward into the chamber. You're gonna love this. Okay, before we begin, I should warn you that we have never teleported Terrans before. But since your molecular structure is very similar to Xandarians, it should work. It'll work. So long as you are standing inside the lighted ring. You do not want to know what happened last time someone did not stand where I told them to, okay? Stand by for teleportation. Here we go. You made it! I mean, of course you did. Nova Prime, they're ready.
Excellent. What you see before you is the cosmic generator. And in just a few moments, we'll be activating it so you can experience for yourself what's happening.
I'm not sure. Our power's out. And the cosmic generator is gone.
Cheerio, Mark. Go to Code Red. Prepare the fleet. And call the Guardians. Now!
There is no cause for alarm. Turn off that alarm. I've got an important transmission coming in.
Hey, what's up, Nova 4?
Our cosmic generator has been stolen.
What?
How?
Why didn't we think of that? That thing's gotta be worth a fortune.
I am Groot.
Good question.
Yeah, who do you think took it?
Perhaps that really big man outside your ship.
Oh, that is a big man. I need to alert Nova Prime.
I am watching Terrans for jobs.
That's not creepy at all.
This species has failed.
Wait, whoa. We didn't even know there was a test.
He's got the cosmic generator, and he's creating a new jump point.
Jump point to where?
Not where, when,
It's some kind of mutant jump point.
He's going back to the dawn of time.
Dawn of time, why?
to erase an error.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Your time is over.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean it's so vague?
The jump point is closing.
Hey, Nova Dude, you're Nova going to follow that whatever it is until we get there.
We can't. Our power is down, and I've got to get these Terrans onto evacuation shuttles.
I got it. I reprogramed the shuttles to follow them through the jump point.
Wait,
what?
Look, they're our only chance of keeping track of that whack job until we get the cosmic generator back. Piece of cake.
What?
There's King. Where's this King?
The odds are impossible,
Yep.
but it's our only shot. Good luck.
Are you sure you can control it?
Come on, it's me. We got this.
We're all toast.
First there was King, now there's toast. This planet is making me so hungry.
Terrans, listen up. You need to make your way to the evacuation shuttles now. Over and out. But this ain't get any worse.
Headed for the jump point. This planet's never gonna work.
Rocket. Well, okay. I've walked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. What have we done?
I think we're jumping back.
All the way. Oh, God. Was that the ding dong? The big bang!
We gotta get that generator. It's the only way back.
We got the generator. We're ready. We'll see about that.
Rocket, get us back.
This thing is more complicated than I thought. We did that all the time. Rocket, anytime. Okay. Let me try this. The Milky Way just formed. I hate milk. Well, we're here. It's about time. Of course it is about time. Have you not been paying attention? Nova Team, link your star blasters. We haven't contained, but not for long.
My world would have been perfect.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect.
We're back. Locking coordinates for Epcot.
It's Epcot.
Hey guys, who names these things?
You really think they deserve to be called heroes? Did you see how they dress?
It's just a figure of speech, Drax.
You're lying to them. Now I understand.
So, what were your first thoughts about the ride experience, including the queue, pre-show, etc.?
I would compare the whole queue area and pre-show very similar to Rise of the Resistance. It is so immersive. The only thing that sets Rise in a different category is how themed the cast members get. The cast members here weren't really in character per se.
At least not for the preview.
Right.
We don't know what's gonna happen when the ride opens.
Very true. But I loved all the theming. I'm a big Marvel fan. I loved all the little nods to the movies and how they try to connect it. And I think they did it kind of well, setting it kind of as the planet Xandar setting up a quote-unquote pavilion in Epcot. So like they are very aware that they are in Epcot, they are on Earth. So I thought that was pretty cool. What did you think of the pre-ride stuff?
Well, I should preface this by saying I saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie several years ago and haven't seen the second one. I went to see the Avengers after prom my junior year with friends and fell asleep during that movie and hadn't seen any of the movies leading up to that. So this is not for me, you know what I mean? This is for people who are into Marvel. But with that being said, with that limited knowledge that I had with the queue and all of the immersive aspects involved in the queue, I was able to understand what was going on. So if you're one of those people saying, I don't have time to get involved in all the Marvel stuff, you're gonna be okay. Even I think if I didn't know anything about the movie, you'd still go, oh, this is cool. Just because there's so much going on.
Right.
And if you're a big fan of the movie, I think you can pick up on all the little things and everything and go, wow, they did such a great job doing this.
Yeah. I agree. And I liked the, for the pre-show, they have some kind of big stars. They have Glenn Close and Terry Crews play some pretty big roles. Mm-hmm. In addition to the actual, like, the Guardians characters that are all back.
There is a lot of strobing.
Yes.
I wasn't prepared for the strobing.
In the second pre-show and in the ride itself. So if you are sensitive to flashing lights, this is not going to be the ride for you.
No.
If you are sensitive to like extreme motion sickness, probably not the ride for you. Throwing that out there.
We'll talk about that a little more,
right.
you know. But that being said, they set it up really well what's going to happen in the ride and the pre-shows. Yes. Especially, they basically tell you, this is the problem, this is what's going to happen, and what we need you to do. So you go, oh, okay, I have a job. And that's when things kind of start happening.
Right.
And in the second pre-show, after the strobing, there's a really cool effect, which we think fly out what looks like a wall, and you're in a very different looking space.
Yeah, I think the
so
wall
that was
lifts.
Yes, and that was probably my favorite aspect of the pre-show, just the big surprise and boom, the space looks totally different. We thought we were like in the corner, and then we were kind of ended up
in the middle,
right in the front
yeah.
of the middle, so we could see everything really well, which was very cool. We were opposite from where you actually get on the ride or get to the actual like ride queue itself to get on the roller coaster. But I thought that was a very cool effect, and from the I don't know super well what's going on perspective, I was like, oh wow, a thing happened.
Yeah. And then kind of moving into the ride vehicles before the ride itself, I will say very roomy.
Except we did see one person get turned away.
Yes.
There is no like test seat or anything
yet
at this point.
So I would assume that would change, since I can imagine the lines would be pretty long, and I'm pretty sure like Pandora had a test seat for Flight of Passage for a while. So I would assume they would have a test seat for this one when the ride actually opens itself.
But that being said, it is more inclusive than I think anything we came across when we did One Day at Universal.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There's no like over the shoulder, it's just a little lap bar similar to like Everest would be.
It goes between your legs though, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's Everest now? I don't remember now.
I try to avoid Everest.
I know Mine Train goes between your legs too. It's very similar to Mine Train, but a bit roomier than Mine Train.
But you still feel very secure.
Yes,
in the ride
much.
vehicle. We were in the very back.
Yes.
Which was a party.
Yeah. I also misinterpreted the kind of talk leading up to it. I thought it was a backwards launch, which it is. But in my mind, that meant you start backwards. You do not. You actually start forwards, going very slow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Leisurely little ride.
This is great. Nothing's gonna be too intense. And then, of course, then the backward launch happens. And you're flying through the dark with music playing and screens and some flashing lights. And you're swinging around, too.
Yes.
Because this vehicle does swing. They make you look where they want you to look. So the cars are turning, the cars are swinging. In the back, at least, there was a lot going on.
It is very smooth, though. Kind of to compare it to Mine Train, because those cars swing back and forth. These ones kind of like rotate around. I think maybe 360 degrees.
It feels like you're ice skating or riding a bike and you like spin out. That was the like throwing feeling, except that you're hurling what feels very fast because it's in the dark.
Yeah.
That was the main thing for me. It felt like you were just spinning out constantly.
It spins slowly. It's just the movement of the car that going so fast that makes it feel much faster.
Right.
But it does rotate fairly slow. But as far as motion sickness goes,
it got me good, guys.
You have to be okay in the dark, 1, with screens, 2, and 3, you're moving sideways a lot. So that really throws you off because you're just changing directions at all times of the ride.
Well, you feel like you never settle is kind of the main thing, because it's like something different is happening. Because you go and they're like, we have to get this power thing. I don't remember what it was.
Some cube.
We gotta get the power thing.
I don't remember what they called it.
And then it's like very quickly on we got the power cube, now we just have to get out. And I'm like, what? We just started this thing. Okay. So we get whatever we're supposed to get, but there's a lot of screens. And when I say they make you look where they want you to look, it's because they are turning the vehicles so you're doing whatever.
Right.
And in the very back, I don't know if it would be better if you were further up. I was struggling a bit, but I don't do well with screens.
Yeah.
That's my big, like, ugh.
It's not 3D.
No.
So at least there's that.
But, and I know that my motion sickness has increased as I've gotten older. It happens. I'm not invincible, even though I'm still young and beautiful. But it did, when we got off that ride, I said, I need a Pepto.
Right.
But I was okay. It wasn't as bad as I have felt after some rides, namely from the Universal.
Yeah.
And then Tower of Terror has gotten me bad.
And it doesn't have quite the same force as like Everest does with the backwards or any kind of big drops, really. It's a lot more like corkscrews. It's all indoors.
Right. But being in the dark, it's like Space Mountain, where you feel like you're just hurling through the space.
Yeah. There's stars everywhere. It's very similar. It's basically like if you kind of merged Space Mountain and Mine Train
and Rock and Roller Coaster
into
those
one.
Three.
Very, very smooth.
You don't go upside down.
Yes, no loops. But
it is, I would say that it is very, if you have motion sickness, like, I would not recommend this.
Yeah, for sure.
And even I would be a bit hesitant to hop on the ride again. At least if they were like, guess what, you're in the very back row again. Maybe the middle would be better.
Maybe so.
But the ride itself was interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a very cool ride, very unique. I haven't ridden anything like this before.
We obviously got Conga.
Yes.
As our song.
So there are 6 songs that you could possibly get. Conga feels like a random one.
It was like, we have to save rock and roll, because they were going to erase humankind. And then all of a sudden it's like, how much did we do that Conga? And we're just hurling through space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do think Conga rocks, but it was not what I was expecting to get when we were doing the ride.
Not really like a roller coaster song.
I mean, it was interesting and fun, and I like the song, but I hope you can't tell in the footage that I'm just going while Conga blares.
So, the other songs you can get are September, Disco Inferno, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, I Ran, and One Way or Another.
Which I would have loved One Way or Another, or I Ran.
I think September would be good too.
I think September would be too slow.
I don't know.
Maybe it would make it feel like it was less fast. Maybe September is what I need.
Maybe Conga was too fast for us.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed this ride.
I mean, that's kind of what I meant too when I said this ride is not made for people like me. It's made for people more like you.
Yeah.
The people who are into the Marvel stuff.
And into roller coasters.
Into roller coasters.
I love Everest.
Have no issues with motion sickness. This is the poster child for this ride. I am the poster for maybe pack your Pepto and C-bands. But yes, I know you really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I definitely want to do it again. It was a very... This is also our first preview. So it was very interesting to see how they were doing things without it being officially open. Very busy day, very busy preview too. Very hot, which I also could have played a role with the sickness too.
There was a little boy in the family ahead of us whose dad was hollering at cast members for help because they were having issues with the family and the son getting sick. So I don't know how the queue experience will be early on in the summer when you're outside. They had umbrellas. There were no fans. We were lucky that it was fairly windy that day. But drink your water, bring your little handheld fan and be safe in the heat if you're gonna brave the line of this ride, because the line's gonna be long.
Right. And we also didn't get to see the traditional exit being the preview, because I think traditionally you will exit through the gift shop. The gift shop was not open for the preview, so we had to go upstairs and then downstairs and then out.
Because I was horribly confused. Like, why would they make this ride so inaccessible to exit? But then we realized that that's not what's supposed to happen.
Right. So interested to see how the exit goes once it actually opens, but
the queue itself is very accessible.
Yes, all the ramps.
And wide spaces for turning and everything.
Yeah.
So I think that was why I was so shocked with the stairs as our exit, because Disney had done such a good job all along the way of making the ride so accessible.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully when it actually opens, it will be accessible.
Yeah, but I love the ride. I don't think I'd put it above Rise.
No.
I think Rise has so many different elements going on that I'd like Rise more, but this is a very cool roller coaster. So if you are a roller coaster fan, definitely check this out. It will be a long wait, for sure, for the first few months or years or whatever being open. But I would say if you are a roller coaster fan, this one might be worth the wait.
I think it's the coolest roller coaster Disney has.
Oh, for sure.
Right now. I don't know what Tron's gonna do for that, but at this point, I think if you're a roller coaster fiend,
definitely check this one out.
At Epcot.
Right, because I mean, Epcot doesn't really have much else thrill-wise going on. I mean, they have Mission Space, they have Test Track, and that's pretty much it thrill-wise, because the rest of them are not really thrill rides.
I mean, Soarin' is kind of thrilling.
True. But
Living with the Land.
Oh, yes.
Watch out for that one.
But yes, that whole half of the park, when you walk in, the left half of the park is all the
big rides.
Big rides. So I would say maybe like a 2-hour wait I would still do. Anything more than that, I would say pass.
And again, drink your water. Stay safe.
Yes.
You'll be okay when you get inside, but yeah, it's Florida.
Exactly. So I know it's probably like a long video because it has the whole 2 pre-shows and the whole line and the whole ride itself, and then us giving a very in-depth review, but that will do it for our little look at the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride coming to Epcot on May 27th. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for next week when we resume our videos from our honeymoon. So
less thrilling.
Yes.
I mean,
more relaxing.
Still thrilling, but not,
More relaxing, lots of fun. So stay tuned for that. But that will do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.